From Cancer South Africa, and Jonathan, you're from
Club Mykonos.
Club Mykonos, yes. Okay, fantastic. I was with you guys a couple of months ago. I came
Oh,
for
good
a weekend.
stuff. Good stuff.
Beautiful place. I thought I was in Greece.
Oh, I'm glad.
Okay, good. So I would like to start with Charlene. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Charlene Bacher. I'm the funds developer for Cancer South Africa in the West Coast. So my job is to help make sure that Cancer generates the necessary funds in order for us to do the necessary work, to interact with helping our patients. And with this COVID, we all had to adapt, the new normal, as we put it. For us people, this was quite a thing to get all technical and all, like they put it, wise with the internet. I would just like to start off today by saying, out of my sincere heart, biggest thanks that you can ever think of, to Club Mykonos and to West Coast Chess Association. One day I didn't know how to do, and I didn't know how to try and do my job without going out there and interacting. With COVID, you were stuck at home. So I took our local newspaper, the Westlander, and there I read about Ricardo. And I thought, you know what, Ricardo, I need to contact you. And with open arms and with so much grace, Ricardo was, Charlene, let's do this. Let's be positive. The positivity I got out of that just made my whole year. He said, no, Jonathan from Club Mykonos, let's get them involved in this too. And I said, oh my goodness, thank you so much. So this is the first for me, but I would just like to, the reason why we do fundraising for cancer, a lot of people want to know, what does cancer actually do? Because we are an NPO and we're a non-profit organization, what do we do with the funds that we actually raise? Because, you get donations and people think, what do they do with this? So just to give you a basic idea, during this lockdown, we have 2 home-based care homes in Cape Town, Tygerberg and Akerhof. And our medical staff, our sisters and our medical staff there, actually stayed in that house for the whole 3 months. They didn't go home. They stayed there and they had to look after the patients, because who's going to look after them if they're not there? So that alone already, with maintaining the home care-based homes, was quite a job. And to make sure that those medical staff that were there were also cut off from the world and off their loved ones. So we had to keep them there. Then another thing that we also had to start doing, because it's a new normal, we started a tele-counseling line with social workers, where you actually, guys sitting at home and they didn't know where to go or they needed advice. We had a tele-counseling line, a 24-hour line, which is currently also still running, where you could phone in and those social workers will guide you and they would give advice and they will just be there to open their ears and help you if you need any advice.
Oh, wow. And so, John, how do you link up to chess yourself?
So look, both of my daughters play chess.
Oh, really?
So I've had a long association with West Coast Chess and with Ricardo and Western Province Chess.
Oh, wow.
Sure, but it must be for about 7 years or so. We also used to host a Women's Day tournament, which started up, I think it was the second or third one that we...
nice one last year.
Yeah. So we unfortunately this year we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So I think when Ricardo put his hand up, I said, okay, look, we didn't do the Women's Day one. Let's do something for cancer. I think the Women's Day one was great. It's nice to develop women in sport. I'm biased because I've got 2 daughters. Obviously, I'm outnumbered in my household. So it's nice to develop them, and it's nice to see, I think it's nice to see us building up anything in our communities and in the areas we live in. So, yeah. So that's my history with chess.
No,
And you know what? I can tell you something about our local chess guys. I think it's amazing how much time they commit to chess and to the sport. I mean, Ricardo is a live wire. That guy has endless amounts of energy. And I think it's the same for our local guys, Basil and Andre. And I don't want to list all their names, but they really are like solidly committed. It's incredible to see. So it's a great sport for us to support.
They don't stop. They didn't stop when COVID
No, never. No, I mean, we were talking about trying to get used to Zoom and Teams and all that stuff, but to try and get used to live chess and not being able to like engage and intimidate or your opponent was quite a challenge. So, but it's great that they got it going. Eh?
No, it's quite amazing. They've been very active, I think, since COVID hit. They've held so many tournaments, especially for kids. And during this time, I think if you're a parent, you really appreciate if the kids have got something very constructive to do, for 2 hours. And then you...
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So like, our heads off to them. I feel it's a long overdue relationship between a worthwhile campaign like this and chess and a hub of chess like Club Mykonos. Like I said, I was there about 4 months ago or so, and the reason I came was primarily to train trainers in your area. And I think when I left, there was 18 areas in the west, 18 coaches in the West Coast who had actually done a program there. And when it comes to something as like cancer touches all lives, it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, any form of cancer has affected someone in one way or the other. And to use something that has got no boundaries like chess as a campaign, I think is just a genius partnership. For you, Charlene, had you ever considered chess as a vehicle you could use for this
Well,
kind of campaign?
Ruben, let me put it to you this way. I played chess when I was at school,
Oh, really?
but didn't do very well. But I'm really going to sit today, and I've got the live streaming, and I'm going to watch this, and I'm sure this bug is going to bite me too.
I understand, John, you are playing?
Yeah, I am playing. I'm playing today. It was almost a challenge. I challenged my daughters. I said we're gonna play for the champion of the house. So I hope I don't embarrass myself today. I'm sure there's some grade 1 out there who's gonna give me a hiding, but we're gonna try our best.
Okay, so it starts in a minute, John. I will let you get your full focus on it. I don't know if you want to play whilst you're connected, or you're going to at least put your attention on it and see how it goes. I
think what I'll do is I'll hide my camera because you're going to see that expression on my face. So I'll hide it, but I'll pop back in every now and then if that's okay.
That's okay.
Good luck, John.
Okay. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Ruben. I'll chat to you guys a little later.
All right.
Cheers.
Sure. Cheers.
Bye.
Charlene, now that we've got, at least he can go and start playing, I can at least put some attention on what you are doing. Tell me, you had the West Coast section of your organization. How many divisions are there?
Well, Ruben, with the lockdown and with the financial situation South Africa was in, while the whole world was in, we also had to downscale. So we had to close quite a few of our offices and migrate them into one office, which is very sad because now you're losing focus on smaller areas, although we try our best. But I think we've got the Gauteng, Mpumalanga, Limpopo, Western Cape, Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal. So we're basically covering all your areas at the moment, yes.
All right. And your division, how many people do you have working with you?
very fortunate as the CM, the Funds Developer for Cancer West Coast. I work from home, which means I'm based in the Savannah area, which is this beautiful area with all the flowers going on here now. And then my main office is in Paarl. We've got admin and we've got medical staff and medical services departments. But I'm the only funds developer for cancer in the West Coast at the moment. It's just had to be scaled down with all of this financial problems and with the COVID sticking out its head in South Africa also. But we're about maximum with, if you take your admins and your managers, and it's about 12 or 15 of us this side.
Oh, really? That's nice. At least you've got a good, strong team there. The matches have started. If you check on your screens, you'll see we are starting with the youngest group. That's the one called Botvinnik. I wonder what the classification is. You said you know a little bit about chess, right?
Well, I know there's a king and a queen, and there's horses involved. But I've never seen it live, so I'm definitely busy logging in on my phone now, so I can also stream it live.
Oh, I see. Okay, good. So those on Facebook can always share the stream and also start watch parties. That helps us a lot to reach more people, especially with a positive message like this. And here we've got Super Ultra Instinct playing Tayden. There's a big rating difference between white and black in this position, but it looks like okay, I spoke too soon. White immediately made a mistake. It's funny. Hey Keith, welcome. So we've got some people coming in on live, Charlene. They're also watching us. They usually speak to us during the games. I wish I could actually share the screen with you so you see where we are, and you can ask me some questions about the position.
I will definitely do that. Ruben, just to give you an idea also, COVID, there's 16,000 people that's lost their lives to COVID so far.
Yeah.
We're looking over 170,000 people that get infected with cancer. So cancer doesn't stop.
Yes, exactly. No, I mean, it's real that COVID was a challenge that needed to be dealt with, but I guess in raising awareness on it, people just underestimate how evasive cancer is, and it's been like this for years, and it's going to stay with us after this pandemic also, and maybe with
you know what, Ruben? We must always look for the positive in this. This actually brought a lot of families back together, eh? We actually lost that contact because work and life out there was just so busy that for a moment everything came to a standstill, so people could actually bond with their families again.
Yeah, no, absolutely, especially the first 3 months.
Yeah, that was the hardest.
Yeah. Okay, looks like black is having an easy game here, and will easily convert. Let's check what's happening in U tournament. The top board is Harley, playing always Wanna Swag. Some of the names that the kids choose for their usernames are funny. Okay, look at the position of the king. Without even calculating much, black is in trouble. The king on h5 is not a good sign. It looks like at any given time, black is going to succumb to a checkmate. Absolutely. So queen f5 will lead to a position which is closer to checkmate, not precisely. So you go queen f5 check, he goes g5, it's the best move. Then you go queen f7 check, he goes king h6, and then knight f5 is mate. So that's how many moves? 1, 2, 3 moves. Mate in 3. So he found the first one, which is queen f5 check. And now he has to find queen f7 check. And after king h6, knight f5 is mate. What did you think of chess when you learned to play?
It's very stimulating. If you sit there, you've actually got to concentrate.
No, absolutely.
Something that you can't just walk around and think about other things. This is actually a mind game.
Yeah. No, it is a stimulating sport. And once the bug catches you, it's very difficult to explain, but you can't stop.
Yeah, and well, it's the first time I've ever seen this virtually being played, so it's quite interesting.
Oh yeah, there is the challenge of cheating, but a lot of progress has gone into detecting if someone is cheating or not. So nowadays we can catch a lot of anyone at least who tries. Eventually we catch them. This was always the challenge with online playing. But
Ruben, if I can ask, is there a way of cheating online playing?
Yes, I mean, someone could, let's say, for instance, use a computer. Those are easy to catch if they do. Yeah, like where there's opportunity, people will figure out ways of shortcutting the process. It's sad to say. Someone said to me last week, but like chess is a smart sport, so since it's being played by smart players, surely they won't cheat. I was like, oh, they just cheat smarter. It's got nothing to do with it's got nothing to do with motives, intelligence has got nothing to do with motives.
That's true.
Yeah, but like it's I think in every sport this is always a challenge, that if there's a way someone can shortcut the process, they will try. Fortunately, it's a very small percentage of people who try that.
Yeah, the fun must stay the fun of the actual sport.
Yeah, because someone who really knows doesn't want to do that, because at the end of the day you don't benefit anything from the process.
Yeah. All right, now just give me a bit of a background on, if I look at this.
Yeah.
The black has got 0928 and the white's got 1139. What does that mean?
Oh, so that's their time. If you look at white has got 9 minutes and 28 seconds, and white has got 11 minutes and 28 seconds, and white has got 9 minutes and 23. So it goes down. If your time runs out, you lose the game. So you have to make.
Okay, so you're actually playing against time also.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Otherwise these games would take a long time.
Sure, this is interesting. And how long does a game like this normally? What is the time factor on this?
So this is 15-minute game. Depending, if it's a close encounter, it will take almost 30 minutes. But if someone is beaten before, so the time also puts you under pressure, because you don't play as accurately the less time you have.
Okay.
Yeah. So it varies so it's a combination of skill, speed, quick thinking, right?
Sure.
And setting traps. These guys set traps a lot for each other. And I guess it's what makes it fun, eh? And in this position, so black is a bit behind in development. If you look at his pieces, they're a bit hunched in the back.
Okay.
On the other hand, he's a pawn up. So his argument is that, okay, eventually I'll catch up with development. In the meantime, White has to try and take advantage of the fact that he's got a lot more active pieces, but it's not so clear what he can do here.
All right, but now, Ruben, if I look at this and a little bit of a knowledge I've got of chess,
Yeah.
I think it's the castle, which is the one standing behind the king.
Yeah, that's the castle.
All right. They move in a straight line. Am I right?
Correct. Castles move in straight lines, horizontal and
All right,
vertical.
but isn't that that means that is exposed at the moment.
Well, currently there's a bishop in the way, and besides these pieces moving in certain directions, what makes chess sometimes complicated is that this piece is also a value, and you're constantly in your mind working out whether the value of the pieces is worth the exchange. And to add to that, there is the fact that even that value is not a constant figure. It's not a constant number. It's always changing depending on circumstances. So when a person first starts chess, to make it easy, we always say, you know what, a piece is worth so much. But we are just saying that to at least to give them a stable datum. After a while, we then say to them, listen, there are other factors which affect the value of a piece. So now we start introducing the complex aspects of chess, and that's where I feel it gets harder. But that gives us also room sometimes to say, okay, chess is for everyone. So someone can play chess to be a national champion, and someone can just play chess to be a parent who plays chess with their kids. So it can be these layers.
If I can ask just a question, what is the youngest participant that you have?
The youngest is, I think, 4 or 5.
You're so young.
Yeah. 4 or 5. I mean, chess is in the larger scheme of things. The age doesn't really matter. In fact, the younger they are, the quicker they grasp stuff because they've got nothing to really fight certain ideas with. Adults, I find, are very difficult to teach chess than kids because they've got their own ideas.
That's so true. With the technology, these kids of today, the new millenniums, they actually understand these things much better than us, eh?
Yes, no, absolutely. It's much easier to teach kids than older people. And for some reason, also kids progress faster than adults.
Wow.
And you know, like in our country, you find less women playing chess.
Serious?
Yeah.
More men.
There's more men who play chess than women, and it's got nothing to do with that boys are play better or not. I cannot explain it, but there are certain countries where women are more than men who play chess, like in Poland.
Sure.
In Poland, you find that more women play chess than men.
Sure. I suppose it just depends on how much is to do in each country.
Yes.
Guys, I've got terrible news.
Yes.
What's wrong?
I was paired against my daughter in the first round, and she sorted me out. She sorted me out, and I had like with 12 minutes left on the clock. So I got my first hiding. And then as she beat me, the load shedding ended, and everything came on in the house. So my logistical nightmares are over.
Oh, at least, yeah. Okay, how was your game?
Well, it was okay. It was okay. Quick, but no, I enjoyed it. No, I enjoyed it. It's nice to actually be playing instead of watching for a change. So it was good fun.
Absolutely. Something I've noticed a lot lately. You know, when we were young, we enjoyed playing anything. It didn't matter what it was, more than watching. But I've noticed that something with kids lately. Kids nowadays enjoy watching other people play. I don't know if you've experienced it with your kids.
Definitely. Definitely.
You see them on YouTube watching other people play games than them playing games. I don't get it. My son enjoys doing that.
It's strange how the world has changed, eh?
Yeah. The game we are looking at, white is better because he's got more active pieces, although he's a pawn down. Black, if he can manage to get this bishop out, he'll be much better. But I just don't see how he can do that, because every time you move this bishop, this pawn is not protected, the one on a6. But maybe there might be an idea here. But white needs to act very fast to... I think it's already late here, because now bishop f5 comes out, hitting the castle, and this bishop might just be active in time. Now bishop f5 is strong because the castle, if you can see the castle on b1, it cannot leave the back rank because of the back rank mate. So bishop f5 is very strong here because you can't play rook b2. But if you move this rook, let's say to c1, then b4 falls. Now there's equal material with an equal position. Rook takes.
And Ruben, what is the age of the two players at the moment that I can see on the screen?
I'm very lucky. I think I know these boys. They are about 14, 15. Daspatan and Capello. Daspatan has been fairly active in chess. I coach this boy. He stays in West Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, his dad stays in Cape Town, but he stays in West Coast. Oh, he left checkmate in one. That was gross oversight. He's about 15 or 16, 14 or 15, and he loves chess. But where he stays, there's not much chess happening. So for him, online chess has been a big breakthrough because he can compete with the best all over the country, which he previously could not.
Oh.
Okay, let's see who's
Right, so now the white.
Yeah, so you've got an interesting one here. This type of position normally ends in a draw because of the different types of bishops that they have. These are called opposite colored bishop, but this position is quite overwhelmed as is, because he's probably going to lose that bishop. Yeah, and check, and the queen, pawn promotes to queen and it's mate. Very impressive.
Sure.
Yeah, no,
that went to the wire.
Yeah, no, this guys play. So this is our young age group. So the way they divided this tournament, and this is special thanks actually to you guys for helping out with this tournament. is they put them according to their strengths. So it doesn't matter what your age is. So it's according to your strength in chess, which is like a variable coefficient. But it measures how strong a person is at chess. We've got Monster Freak. He said, I believe that more men are playing chess than women due to the fact that their difference in competitiveness is higher than women. I used to think like that, but I don't think so. I don't think that's the only reason. It definitely applies. I've noticed a difference in the way girls approach chess than the way boys approach chess. Women tend to be, they want to play chess and they are competitive, but they also want to keep friends at chess. I don't know if that makes sense, Charlene. They want to...
Yeah. We want to be friends with people. We want to be our friends, not compare.
Exactly. And you hear this in the lingo that the boys and the girls use when they play. So a boy will say like, I want to crush him, right? This does not mean only win the game. It means like I want to win. At the same time, I want to leave the fear of God in him, that every time he sees me, I've automatically won the next game. But you see girls after a game going to their opponent and saying, but you played nice and it was like this and it was like that. And yes, that might be effective, but I don't think that really determines how many girls or boys play or not, because girls play with girls anyway.
Okay.
I think that is
so now just give me, Ruben, sorry to interrupt you. I just want to find out now. So there's now a lot of games going on at once.
Yeah.
And as one loses, the one that wins actually waits to take a next game with another winner. Is that how it works?
Correct, yeah. So they use a system called the Swiss system. If you win a game, it means you get to play someone who's got about the same points as you do. So the best keep playing the best until it defines who the winner is. And yeah, that's the pairing system. So for instance, this is a 5-round tournament. If you win your game, you wait until your opponent is done, or until everyone is done, and then you get paired with someone who scored equally the same as you did. So what happens is that, let's say in the first round you've got 10 people who won, and they get paired against each other. So in the next round you have like 5 people who've won all their games, they get paired against each other, and it keeps going like that.
Oh, that's crazy. So you could end up an 8-year-old playing against a 40-year-old, depending on their strength.
Absolutely, yeah. And it really doesn't matter in chess, your age. You can checkmate it anyway. Yeah.
Ruben?
Yes?
I would like to just take a few minutes and leave, and then I will join you back so what time will this be going on?
This will be going till 6, I think. So you're welcome to join us. Maybe closer to the end as we announce.
Yes,
you can just
log in at about 5:45 again, so we can see who are the final guys playing this. Yeah. If that's all right, but I will stop.
Maybe make it at 5:30, just in case some finish earlier.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. But I've got my live streaming going, and I'm busy watching everything happening as is.
Fantastic. Fantastic. You just use the same link when you come in.
And we'll have it. Okay, thank you.
It's a pleasure. Hades says it's more important that there is sufficient opportunity for anyone that is interested in chess to get a fair chance to play and learn. Doesn't really matter what their total count is. Yeah, that is true. That is absolutely true. Okay, so we've got a position here where Black is clearly winning. It's just a question of time. So he wants to convert to to create a pass pawn ideally. So here he just needs to attack the weak pawn on a3, and if white plays a4, then he plays b4, he's got his passed pawn. This is a simple position to play. Hey, welcome Sean. Really appreciate the support and follow. Okay, so playing rook a2 is another way of doing it. This way it doesn't give white even a chance to play a4. Okay, rook takes pawn. Now he's got these two passed pawns. The rook is very passive. He can play b4. This is a natural move. Plays there. Oh, he forgot the knight. Unnecessary mistake. So now the rook can come behind and at least cause some problems for black. Now he needs to push this other pawn to support this one so that his rook can become active. The king can go up. The king can go up again. Okay, pawn push, protecting the pawn. Okay, rook check. Okay, they've done it with a bit more control. Rook check, gaining time and pushing the pawns. Waste of time. I'm not sure why he's hurrying. This is a mistake that people make sometimes in endings. He's not supposed to exchange pawns. He should come and protect this pawn. Correct. King should become more active. Very good. And he wins on time. Very instructive game. What's happening here? This looks like a Dutch opening gone wrong for black. And it's white's turn to play. Black has got 17 seconds. So rook g1 is kind of, seems like an automatic move here. Improving your worst placed piece. IM seems to be thinking a lot over this move. It doesn't really require a lot of thinking. Oh, plays a backward move. It's a blunder. Knight takes with check, and the bishop falls. He was in time trouble. It was lost anyway. Okay, so this is a draw. They should really actually agree to a draw, but I think black wants to win on time, which is quite bad. Rook check. Oh, he missed rook check and winning. It would have been winning for white. Oh, that's terrible. To win like this is embarrassing. I cannot believe that white wanted to win like this. It's a draw. Okay, deservedly. So this was supposed to be the result for this game. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. Hey, Hobeg, how are you? Welcome. Welcome, Rowan. Okay. Banele and Josephine. Oh, what's happening here? Looks like oh, this is a 3+2. That's why they can afford to think like this. Hey, well done. Hey, Terry, welcome. Well done, Chess Master One, for finishing first in your tournament. Terry, are you playing? This was a draw, yeah. Okay. Rapello is playing. Okay, there's no need to think about this move. Queen takes. This takes away this good square for the bishop. Bishop b6. Okay, so white here is preparing for a classical way of playing this position, which is called the minority attack. He wants to play b4, and black is effectively preventing this. Hey, Chopin, welcome. How are you? Yeah, you should have played on this. Yeah, these 15-minute ones are actually quite nice. I'm not sure what e3 accomplished, but ooh. e4. Which move? Knight F, knight G makes sense. I'm good, Chopin. Ooh, white was not supposed. Black was not supposed. Ooh, knight f6 check. I don't know why they have to play fast. They've got all the time in the world. This is the negative aspect of playing too much blitz with pre-moves. Didn't have to go like that. Ah, South African Wolf. That's Keith Kumalo. I'm not sure who Psychomatic is. But let's look at this. So what's happening here? Let's see, threatening. Everything being equal, Keith is not going to exchange the queens. I think since white has abandoned the d file, Rook AD would have been an interesting move. Rook CD. Not bad. Does he go back to F5? Looks like the most logical move. Black is having so much time to make a simple decision, and he might regret it. With a speed freak like a South African wolf, this might not be a good idea. Chopin, are you playing? Oh, this is too much time to decide on such a simple issue. Yeah. He loses the exchange. After thinking a lot, he makes a mistake anyway. G5, yeah? Take. Bishop B2. Now Keith is playing faster. This Rook E3 idea is very strong. Bishop F6. He's threatening this pawn, so you push it, he goes knight check. Yep. Now the king is to decide whether it's coming here or it's going backwards. But G6 will fall anytime. Yep. Now he's threatening knight E5 check. Rook check. Keith won't miss these kind of patterns here. All done. Let's go back to the first board, first tournament. Okay, what's happening here? Material is equal. 3, 6, 3, 6. White structure is a bit more damaged. I like this move. There's no way white can take advantage of the backward move. Yeah, here you have to play bishop E8. This is the Heritage Tournament Chessmaster 1. I think it's free entry, and you can donate something towards cancer if you can. Chopin, I thought you could have played. Yeah, it's free entry, and I can perhaps post the details in chat. Heritage Day for Cancer. The 3+2 one is, I think, will be fun to play. Let me see. Yes, those are the details. Da. You can try. You can try playing there if you want. I am not playing here. Yeah, this is not the most optimum, but it still holds. Bishop e8 maybe was perhaps better. And black wants to play a6, chase this bishop away. Suddenly you can breathe and maybe bring these pieces into the game. Maybe king to e7, knight to c6 to somewhere where it makes sense. Just go and play where you're supposed to play if you want to play. Okay, so a very fundamental mistake. So you've got a light squared bishop. Now you put the pawns on the light squares. The bishop becomes a bad piece. So in this way, he's just killed one of his pieces by doing this. This was unnecessary. You didn't have to close the file. It's still hard for white to meet this anyway. He's struggling time-wise. Rook takes. But this makes it worse. He goes bishop e2, you exchange the rooks and you take on c4. This should be a routine conversion for black. If you want to be more sinister, you can play b6 and attack the a pawn. But this is not really what the doctor ordered. This makes it very hard for black to actually promote this pawn. Now c4, c3, C2 is winning. I don't think he could have done better. There's nothing which prevents. Spoke too soon. Why doesn't he just take on? Now king moves up. He's missing some obvious moves. We call that one Speedy Gonzalez. It doesn't stop. It's like Forrest. It keeps running. Okay, clear win for Black here. Let's move on to the next one. It's Mimi versus the baby. The baby seems to get into a lot of rook endings. But this looks like a Nimzo Indian type ending. The doubled C pawns, the isolated H, the isolated the backward E. This is a lost position for black. After B3, he needs to figure out how to protect C5. How does he do that? Don't want to play rook b5 because after a5 you're just entrapping your own rook. a4. And black has got time issues here. Oh, but this is a blunder, right? Surely. Rook takes. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. I'll be right back. I'll leave the screen with you. pawn for white. Okay, so let's go to returned. Okay, so the last game is Vuski playing Rikubo. Okay, white is a pawn up, and an important pawn also at that past a pawn. And now queen d6 threatens c5. And I don't see how you could prevent it. So I think wonder queen. Okay, very clever. Now if you push c5, it takes with check. It's a small trap, which I think, yeah, okay, white should be able to see, but the way black handled the threat is probably not the best. He puts his king more at risk in this position by putting him in the open like this. But the time is very bad for white. These positions require extreme and precise calculation. Who do you think will win this game? You think white will win? Takes too much talent to lose it. Yeah, I mean, how can white win this if he's putting his queen in front of the passed pawn instead of pushing the passed pawn? And also white's time makes it very tricky to say you will clearly win this position. He still has to make moves and convert, and he's not really making progress on this. I've put a poll to see who will win. So those ones who are very silent can vote in peace. So he started pushing the passed pawn, but he can't take with it. Push. Attacking the rook. Does he go where? C7, C8. "28 seconds for white." Hey Alex, welcome. I saw that game when I think you were the time scramble one. Are you still in? Ooh, with check. Hey Harriet, how are you? Wrestling in the 8, right? You were saying white will win? King F7. Queen check. Ooh. This is not going to end well. They might be able to pull it off. Ah, Gitansky, welcome. Yes, I remember. Yeah. First, I thought you were in trouble. Oh, Blake just got himself in trouble in a position where he was not supposed to lose. What was the poll result for that? Okay, so that was this. Let's go to this tournament for the seniors. This is Regan Palmer, I think, against Nkwadi. So this one is finished. Ended up in a draw, not sure why. Black is supposed to win this one. Let's see. Greyold. Let's see Greyold in action. His opponent is sacrificing pieces in his direction. Grilled. Oh, Grilled is on number 1. Starts running with the king. Hey, thank you Monsterfic for following. Looks like black is in trouble here. I wonder how. I wonder how black can. Ooh. White is just down on time, but he could convert this. Oh, thank you so much, Monsterfic. I had not seen your comment. Really? Tricky one. Utilizing the pin, the king and being caught in the center. Why are you done with chess shopping? Seems like a good spot. Look at the time for Grey Old. Grey Old is showing too much time. But it's good, some sort of attack. What does he win? Oh, Grey Old. Time. Mr. Boogie. Done with chess. Okay, looks like we're on time. Let's go to the next one. What's happening here? Oh, this player is not afraid of pushing pawns. This is the second game I've seen him doing this. So what's happening here? So the material is equal. Black's pawns are a bit all over the place. White is clearly better. If he takes on d3, then one takes d3, straightens out white's pawns. Okay, some interesting chess. Wonder why you are done with chess chopping. Coming now. Chopin, you can't be done with chess. Chess is not done with you. Hitonsky, you're welcome. You are more than welcome on the playlist. What's happening here? So black white is threatening this check. This is a dangerous check because check followed by the rook takes is number one. Check followed by f7 check are all good moves. How does white deal with this? He might just be lost. Can he play e5? But then check and then the pawn marches on. Either way, he's going to lose his. He's going to lose the pawn, right? There's no avoiding that. This is West. Check, yeah. Rook check on g7. King moves, rook takes again with and then pawn check. This is West. Yep. Clayton Mayton just played some brilliant chess against the baby. Well done. Alex playing Vuski. Alex is white. He's up a piece. Chess is not done with you. Chess is not done with you. He can't protect h4, so he has to make the best of his next few moves. Maybe bishop c3 makes sense. Not to take on e5, but to exchange rooks and push a pawn. It's interesting how objective you are when you are not playing. Yep, bishop c3. Okay, now you exchange rooks. One push. Yeah, this might be slow. But it works, I think. The bishop protects also against entry on d2, so it all works out. I think now, yeah, pawn push makes sense. Yep, this makes sense. So Alex's idea is that he wants to trade this a pawn so that he can take this e and f so that the knight on g1, on h1 can get into the game. This knight is in a scenario which we call entombed. His opponent is not buying that, so protects the e pawn, and now the knight f7 is a cool, simple move, but which poses extreme challenges for white. How does he continue the momentum in this position? He could play maybe queen h3. It's the he decides to give back the knight. Okay, queen takes, putting pressure on e5. But you go to an endgame where he's the only one with a pass pawn that could really help. Russi is making a mistake on time. He's taking his time to make this decision, but it's an important decision which he needed to hurry with. just needs to decide whether he's taking a pawn or not. If he's not taking a pawn, he will eventually lose. If he takes the pawn now, he's either losing or winning. Now he's under a minute. He takes the pawn. Rook takes. Bishop takes on e5. Okay. Ooh, bishop takes. That's a good move. Yeah, that's a good move. And black has just got two nicely passed pawns, but does he have the time to promote those pawns? Bishop goes there. Offering exchange, you don't have to accept this exchange, you can play e5. Accepting the exchange would mean it's lost. Although from a practical perspective, that could be an argument for a draw. Because he decides to go for the ending. Knight f5. I got the bishop in. Yeah, bishop g5 is a no-brainer, right? Or maybe bishop e7. King f7, bishop here. Bishop d2, king f5, attacking f4, king f3 is okay. Black has got a better position here, but it's time. Very nice. Very nice idea. Black is now racing with time. Bishop c1, bishop d2. Takes. Okay, this was an idea, but it doesn't work. Unfortunately, it takes too much time. King now can come for this pawn, I guess. We could have actually played b4, but okay. Takes with check. Alex. How do you do this? Oh man, you could have taken the pawn. Oh, yo. These are the challenges of chess.
And how's things going? watching this?
It's going well. Let's see. So let's view this tournament. What's happening here? Okay, so in the lowest division, they are on 4 games. On game 4.
Okay.
Let's see. On game 3, on tournament 3, they are on round 3. So we still have got about 40-50 minutes, I think. Oh, maybe, yeah, what, 30 to 40 minutes, yeah.
Right.
I did not. One of the players said I did not play accurately, but on time. That's true.
When you're having fun, time is not efficient.
So yeah, on this one, let's see where they are. They're on round 3, going to 4. In this one, let's see where they are. Okay, white is lost here. The outside passer does not help. Oof. Kenny is playing. This must be an interesting game. This is Kenny playing Dr. Shabir Baudin.
Okay.
Dr. Shabiri is a veteran. He's been playing for years. At some point, I think he won the amateur African championship.
Wow.
Yeah, and he is clearly winning because he's got these two extra pieces, each worth about 3.5 points or so. But their value when they're together doubles because they tend to cover everything together on the board. So he's definitely going to promote. Dr. Shabiri plays fast. Okay, very well done. This is similar to the knight we just saw. When a knight gets trapped like this, it's as if it doesn't exist on the board. And let's see what black does. Black is in trouble here. No wonder he's thinking a lot. Yeah, there's no way black is breaking through white's position. It's quite solid. And he's got more stuff coming. The queen can get here, but nothing else can join in the fun. So the queen ends up having to go back. Thank you. I'm not sure why white is repeating moves. Rook g3 is very strong here. going for an idea.
Now, Ruben,
Yes?
you also play chess. Why are you not playing today?
I've not been playing a lot lately because I'm doing this. I play. I enjoy playing. But I think I spend a lot more time coaching.
And that's very important to actually get the sport more out there.
Yeah. It kind of changes over time. I used to play a lot all the time.
And how did you start with chess? How old were you when you started playing?
I was older when I started. I started playing chess when I was, I think, 16.
Okay.
Yeah. And I started playing because there was a girl who was playing chess, so I pretended like I wanted to. I pretended like I wanted to learn how to play. I ended up learning. Yeah, I must have lost to you, Alex. And someone said, and decided I'm not going to play chess again. Funny enough, like when I was in primary, I had an opportunity to learn to play chess, but I didn't take it at all.
But then we want to play ball and play with our friends.
Yeah.
So only when you're really getting interested, like you said, it's like a bug that bites you.
Yes. I when I was in high school, I could not get it out of my mind. You keep replaying it. Here, white is an opportunity to play a simple move, queen to c2, and I'm not sure how you can stop checkmate. And he found queen c2. Oh, okay. But then now you have bishop a5, but then it's got queen d4 check. Okay, you check anyway. And now you can take on a4. Yep, finding all the good moves. King can hide on h1. Ah, that's interesting. It must be very uncomfortable for white because he's been dominating all along. Suddenly the position is not so easy. He had to sacrifice material here. I'm not so sure if his idea works because pawn takes, he takes with check, the king moves. Yeah, white might have just made a mistake. Or it might be a moment of genius. Let's see. It's interesting because the knight on h8 can't move at all. Keith is playing in the blitz section, yeah? Ooh, he was not supposed to do this. Checkmate. can't avoid mate. This is a beautiful checkmate. Beautiful game. What's happening here? Okay, so this is Clayton Mayton playing always. Always wanna swag. So rook d8. Who's to play? White is to play. But what are they? You can't check on b7 because your queen is under attack. Looks like a position from the Lopez. Queen b3. For some reason this move sort of was self-suggesting. Now what about knight to knight to c5 or knight to b6? Knight b6 doesn't work. You've got a few choices. Here it's met by b4. This is met by rook b7. And things are going to be very hard for black here. Because this pawn is very valuable. After you win such a pawn, you have to demonstrate skill in promoting that pawn on b3, which is not easy. Can he chess this knight first? Oh, knight can't come, can it? Might be a good idea. Knight f5, yeah. I really didn't like this move. There's a lot of tricks associated with it. I think the best for black would be just to play rook a8. And then whatever happens, rook a8, now the bishop just got a square on b8 in some lines, and there's threats of moves like this every time the knight moves, and this is actually the primary reason why I didn't like it. Because of this pattern, every time this knight moves, there's knight e2 check. It's easy to forget that, you know, this knight is protecting e2 and move it. So this is not a nice practical move, this rook c1. And you see black quickly found rook c8. But if he had played knight e5, he would have been threatening something, and it would have made black have to react to his threats. That's understanding initiative in chess and using it. Players like Keith, Banele, Alex play a lot using this. Chopin also, I think. Now, having played that, he realized his mistake. Now he has to move the rook to another square, but it's a waste of time. He could have been improving his pieces. G6. Okay, he gets in this idea. So basically here can, so not bishop f8, rook f8, and black is passive, is a pawn down. But this could be handled by another move, but which is not exactly bishop c5. This move is a much more active defense, so you can't take it because the rook is under attack. So something like now he has to move maybe rook a5 to put pressure here, but now you have bishop d4, which is much more active also. He opts for rook a6, not sure why. Maybe he wants to attack f7 from this point. So for a moment white is rook check on d1, king h2, and now f2 is weak. Yep, he's recovering his pawn. So again, a not so thought out plan of action has resulted in white being pushed back, and his pieces are not so working well together here. The knights are parked over there, so he might be a pawn up, but he's ignoring the most important principle of chess, which is activity. The reason why you put pieces and win material and so on is so that your pieces can move faster than your opponents. And if you don't pay attention to that basic principle, you run the risk of your position looking good but not doing much. Every modern master has excelled on understanding the value of your piece, value of pieces being able to move. So check, king goes where? h1, and then bishop d4 check, discovered, and you lose this knight. I'm sure black has already seen all this. This is going to hurt. Now bishop takes. Now knight e2 is an idea. There's also bishop takes, knight takes, pawn check. There's also knight takes pawn on the spot. And there's a knight mating net around the white king. Let's see how he responds. If I can assign a cause to the reason why, okay, now knight takes pawn here. The reason why white lost this position is because I think he doesn't understand real Lopez structures, which is an important element to understand as a player. If you are going to play positions like this, you need to know exactly how to play them. Ooh, this is going to hurt. It's a mating net. Oh, he just misses the point. Rook h1 is mate. Very well done. Okay, what's happening in this position? Looks like black is down in exchange. 3 pawns for a rook. I don't think that's enough. in this position. He just played queen e6 now. So it's important to look at positions like this, because these are scenarios which are very real for any beginner or any player who's, you know, an amateur player. It's a question of how does white convert this position. So he wants to, after d5, it means he can take c5. He's putting pressure on this weak pawn, but every time you try to protect it, you create other weaknesses. So his idea is that if you go d5, he takes c5. So the e pawn is lost. Alex is playing black. I wonder how he got into this, but Alex is very experimental. He probably sacrificed something. Yeah, so what's the trap? We've seen numerous traps from him earlier. What's his idea here? What's the move here? It's quite safe for white to just take the pawn here. There's no threat. He doesn't. Absolutely. Queen e6. What is white thinking here? Can you play queen bc3? Yeah, but he just plays rook e2. What do you do? He just plays that same rook back to e2. You've got nothing. I'm not sure what your opponents are smoking. This was not always playable because of this move, queen takes pawn, and now white threatens this move, and it's game over. So black has to play this. Mark of strength, being able to resist a difficult position like this where you push down. That's some incredible action, but this should actually all come to an end in terms of check. Very good. Okay, this check. And it's game over. Correct. There's many ways of winning here, but this possibly is the easiest. Now this check. Ah, come on, you can't miss this. Oh, this is mate in one. Oh. Okay, so this the blitz. Ah, Kit won the blitz. Well done, Kit. Okay, let's see what our next one is. Okay, we've seen a lot of games from Super Ultra today. Playing black in this particular case. And it's giving check now, but is losing this position to Zaneteba. Ooh, actually not losing. This rook e2 is very strong. It even Stevens the playing field, because you're forced to play either knight here or knight there. Most secure would be knight e1, but this is bad. This might just lead to a lost position. g5. I don't know why. They've got a lot of time and they could have thought this move through before committing, but they rush and do you have check? Yeah, you have check, one check, but it's not enough. Pawn takes, and the black has got nothing to lose. He's either winning or he's drawing, if you can find a perpetual check. Check, king moves. Now black can find a hiding spot as much. Goes king g6. Oh yeah, this is even better because there's no check here. Now black is threatening mate on g2. He's threatening to take the h4 pawn. You can't defend everything. This you can't even do it. For sure you can't defend the mate, no, let alone the material. It went quickly from a position which he could have held a draw with better prospects and to a lost position just because of one careless mistake. Yeah. Just played b6 and what can I say about this move? Bishop takes is very tempting. Bishop takes, pawn takes, pawn takes. That helps white, that helps black. Wonder. positions like this have got a lot of potential wrapped up in them. Knight c3, I think, is the most logical move, because if you try to win a pawn here, you might just end up behind in development. So try to stay abreast with your opponent, and then build the position to a point where aspects like these weaknesses you can exploit. Now I'd want to play rook e1 here. Rook e1 with the idea that maybe in some cases I could sacrifice my rook for that bishop. I like that setup. Black actually might have made a small mistake here. Bishop e6 is not, it's like a trap for himself. Can't move this knight. Knight takes, bishop takes, knight e2 checks. So you just play rook e1 here. This is unnecessary. This just helps black. Pawn takes on b6 is not the best of moves. Hey KV Kramnik, thank you for following. Welcome. Rook e1, yeah. But you should have maybe just gone for rook e1 without having to simplify the position, because now he's got this b5 move which forces white to make a decision regarding d5, and he does it. Now you have to take on d5. Knight takes on d5. These are all forced. Queen takes, this is also forced. But now queen takes d5, pawn takes d5, rook e7. And white is better. And he's thinking, I'm not sure why. Yes, you can good enough. Knight c6. Okay, so now rook d7. It's a series of forced moves. This is like a Grunfeld position. He wants to take the b pawn. What is he thinking? Okay, I see the point. Take the b pawn and protect your b pawn. No, but you can't protect the pawn. You can. I was thinking there's rook fb8, but because of the bishop on g3, you can get away with his pawn. So rook c8. This, I think he might. That doesn't work. So you need to create some space, some escape. Maybe a4. is going to be very difficult when the rook comes to c2. b2. Yeah, this is just going to go down to a drawish position. It might actually end up being better for black. He's got the more active pieces now, but I doubt anything can be made. Oh, why would you want to do this? Okay, it's got to rook check at the end. H2, yeah, this is, they should just agree to a draw. Unless they're confident they can confuse each other here, it's equal. And also not much you can do actually. Well done, Keith, for winning the blitz. That was nice. F4. I'm not sure what black is doing, but he could have just simply played pawn takes and it would have been... It was fun. It's still, there's no room to win in this position, but I'm not sure why white is thinking a lot here. He could play rook e2 or any move, or rook, yeah, rook e2 makes a lot of sense, and yeah, whatever move you make, you make it quickly. And let black demonstrate what he wants to do. I'm not so sure who's even pushing for an advantage here. Which one, Chopin? Oh yeah, I mean, you can't believe analysis which is done in 30 seconds. You know, like, it's make-believe, it makes people interested in the platform, but it's not really true analysis. In fact, I wouldn't even trust any analysis done on some of the machines that people have at home, it's interesting to point out a blunder, but not in depth enough to understand what's happening in the position. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Here's an interesting idea now. Check. Move. Yeah, you have to understand the Lichess analysis system. What it does, the first time you use your analysis on Lichess, what they do is they load it onto your browser. So it doesn't depend on their server. It runs on your browser. That's why it's a much stronger analysis. But even that is running on like insignificant amount of processing power. It's not something you can rely on. That's why you have to wait and you know, like for it to reach at least a decent point. Hey Greyhound, how are you? I saw you playing one game. You played it. It was terrible. I think you were nervous in your game. Yeah, King H2, I wonder if it's the... I thought maybe Bishop H2, Rook H1, G4 check, followed by King G2. You bugged your game. Yeah, Chopin saw something, I think. I would have. You didn't want to have this check. Maybe you did. It was. Oh, you made top 10. Well done. Well done. Rook check. I know, like, this is actually, we do not have to be subjected to this, but Okay, looks like Super Ultra Instinct won. What's happening here? Oh, white is clearly winning. And it's black's turn to play. Something got snatched on e6, it looks like. Okay, lost. The designs. Let's view the tournament. Min MJ has got one draw and is leading. There's 2 games being played. Alex is one of them. Alex has got 2.5, so you end up with 3.5. Interesting. I thought Alex was down a piece. I was thinking, is he running a theme today of being down a piece? Okay, he's fine. These guys have not drawn yet. But hey, welcome, Charlene.
Hi, I'm back again.
Someone was asking who are you, and it was chopping.
They were asking,
Who is Charlene? I was, I almost got lost
okay,
for a
did
moment.
you actually tell them who I am?
No, I didn't. I thought since you were coming just now, it would be easier for you to just say.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Well, do you want me to tell them who I am now, or
Yes.
will we finish?
We are almost done.
Okay.
Let's see where we stand. Oh, so the bottom section, Super Ultra Instinct won. Kowena was second with 4 points. Super Ultra Instinct had 5 out of 5. And Zanekeba 4 out of 5. Elasphere 4 out of 5. And Jedi Master Jade 4 out of 5. So just announced those. In the next section, which is the Max Eva section, there's one game being played. There's 2 actually, and they are all in time trouble. And yeah, Grey done. Yeah, so we've got always one swag. I think he was playing. He finished with 4 out of 5. SA Reptile, Clayton Mayo. So we are waiting for 2 games in this section. And in the open section, okay, so we've got how many games being played here? Let's see quickly. Only 1 game left. Alex versus Bakhat. Okay. Hey, thank you for the light, Talit Mabakure. Okay, so yes, you can tell who you are, Charlene.
All right. My name is Charlene Boucher. I'm the funds developer for Cancer South Africa on the West Coast region. What I basically do for Cancer is I arrange all the functions, and I work closely with organizations like West Coast Chest and Club Mykonos and the Sea Harvest. And it's just so phenomenal how people support an NPO organization like us. At the end of the day, the work we do is we work with cancer patients. We have a service department which takes care of care homes. We've got 2 in Cape Town, which is Tygerberg and Ekerhof Care Home. And we supply all the nappies and the Stormop packs. And we support them when they go to Groote Hospital. We've got a whole natal department there that works with the children that's affected by the disease. Yeah, so my work entitles basically raising funds for cancer in order for us to do those work. Like I said, when we started, during the time period, our nursing staff had to stay in those care homes for 3 months, which they didn't leave there and didn't go home to be with their families in order to look after patients. We've also established a tele line, tele-counseling line, so we can support the families, because normally in a case where someone is diagnosed with a disease, the first thing that happens is, where do we go now? Who do we ask? What do we do? So you need, and we've got social workers that actually supports the families and the patients and are just there if they need guidance. So in order for us to do this work, we are so grateful for any support we can find, any donations, any functions people want to have. We get involved, we assist wherever we can. But at the end of the day, without the community and without the volunteers out there that dedicate their time, we won't be able to do what we do here.
No, thank you so much for all the work that you do. I really appreciate, and Chopin now and the others now know. And so after, is your campaign continuous in terms of raising funds, and how do people get hold of you if they want to contribute?
Okay. Well, like I said, I don't know if there's any typing function on this, but I'll give my number to you. I can read it out if someone wants to write it down.
Yeah, what is it?
It's 07. Sorry?
Yes.
Okay, my number is 07 999 73524. And my email address is cboucher@cansa.org.za. Also, Ricardo from the Chest Association has all my details. So if someone didn't get the chance to write this down, they're more than welcome. I'm sure Ricardo and John from Club Mykonos, they all know me very well on the West Coast. We've got quite a few projects that are now with the new normal, because we can't continue as normal. We've got Relay for Life coming up. That will be the 20th and the 21st of February 2021. Due to the COVID, we had to postpone this year's function. And it's absolutely something that once you've been to one, you will never miss another one. And that's not just saying because I work for cancer. As someone that didn't work for cancer before, and I attended that, it just triggered everything. It's a whole ritual about cancer and the disease. It's a 12-hour marathon right through the night. You start at 6 at night and you end up at 6 in the morning. So you've got to really, it's something I invite the whole world. We'll be having it this year in Vredenburg at the sports grounds. And any events we normally do is Shades of Pink walks. So if someone wants to just have a fun walk with family and they want to raise awareness for cancer through that, they're more than welcome to contact me, and we can arrange it. Now at level 1, we're at least allowed to gather more people than we used to before.
Okay, good. Someone said the real question is, does Charlene play chess?
I answered that a bit earlier. I said to Ruben, I played chess when I was still at school, so I've got a basic idea, but I'm definitely after this. I've been streaming live. This bug can bite, eh?
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I'm not a chess player, but definitely someone that wants to be interested in this.
Yeah, I wonder if in some of the auspices, if you could implement chess as a pastime that people could,
Yeah, that's a good idea, especially with the patient care and the kids taking their breaks and stuff. This could be an excellent idea. I could actually get in touch with you and Ricardo and maybe ask if we can teach them at the 2 homes in Cape Town, at Tygerberg and at Eikhof care homes.
Fantastic.
And see who would be interested in just playing that, take their minds off what's going on around them.
Yes, that would be amazing. So all our sections are done. In the junior section, Super Ultra Instinct won with Kowena in 2nd and Elsa Neighbor on 3. And then in the U mid section, Always Wanna Swag won with 4.5 out of 5, followed by I Say Reptile and Who Are I Am on 3rd. And in the top section, Mini MJ, my second upgraded on 2nd and Despartan on 3rd. Alex finishing tied with Despartan on 4th. Well done. Thank you so much, Charlene, for joining us. I wonder if John is with us right now. Everyone in the chat, please stay on. We're going to find someone. We're going to find Calvin.
Ruben, if I may just add one more thing.
Yes.
I would like to, from Cancer, thank each and every one of you that supported this cause today. It's really, really something that's needed, and we really, really appreciate what you've done for us. So a million thanks to West Coast Chess Clubs, and thanks so much to Club Mykonos for sponsoring this event also.
No,
I really appreciate it.
it's a pleasure from our side, and I know these guys are crazy about chess, and their relationship with you and Club Mykonos, I think is going to keep growing and benefit projects like this in more and more.
Now we might be making this a yearly event, once a year, that we have an event like this. If you guys are interested in it.
No, absolutely. Chess is long overdue that it did projects like this. Chess benefits a lot also from this process. It shows just the relevance it has, and I think we will be able to do it in more expanding ways.
Thank you very, very much for this opportunity.
No, thank you. All right. We will be going to Calvin's channel. Everyone, just stay in the chat and we will raid him like that. 3, 2, I think he's interviewing someone from some chess organizer. I hope you enjoy it.